Ja, mein Name ist Mathias Roch und ich vertrete die Blockchain Investor AG. Und die Blockchain Investor AG hat sich die Aufgabe gestellt, breiten Bevölkerungsschichten Blockchain-orientierte Produkte näher zu bringen, den Zugang zu bieten. Und zu diesen Bevölkerungsschichten gehören natürlich auch Non-Digital Natives. Und hier auf dieser hervorragenden Veranstaltung, auf diesem familiären Treffen, hatten wir die Möglichkeit, eben mit digitalen Vordenkern zu sprechen. Und ich war wirklich überrascht, wie bodenständig und kritikfähig hier kommuniziert wurde. Und ich gehe eben mit einem Mehrwert aus dieser Veranstaltung und ich freue mich riesig aufs nächste Jahr. Vielen Dank.
Yes, thank you very much for the invitation and that there's perhaps some interest in my experience I made in the last, I think, 10 years in the blockchain universe. And to my person, I'm non-digital native, so I come from the chemistry area, but I'm not a digital native, and I'm very grounded. I have 6 children. I live in an old town, which name is Lübeck. It's in the north of Germany. It's an old trading town, and it was a very powerful a town, I think, between 12th and 17th century because of logistic and financial innovations. So very interesting, and there's something I find also in the blockchain area. So I have 6 children. I only need my mobile when it's necessary, and you shouldn't believe it. Sometimes I'm not reachable more than 24 hours, and so this is my way. And I started my entrepreneurship in centuries ago, as I go with my brother, walk along the street, and we have our dachshund, and the dachshund piece to a street lighting column, and then we said, oh, in Germany everything must be controlled. How they handled it with the street lighting columns in Germany, and so we make a market analyze and see that there's no control, or there's only visible control, or ultrasonic sickness measurement, and so on, and not good measurement. And we come from material testing, and then we develop a method to control the street lighting columns. So it's not street lighting, not a sexy area, I think, and I never thought that I made my money in this area. But there are worldwide more columns, more systems than personal computers. So a big potential. It's a niche, but a big potential. And we find a solution because we take a look to the real world. And it was that column in the wind make this, moves, and then we said we do the same like the wind, and then we create the Roch method to control these systems, and we push a column and pull a column and measure also the distance, and then you have a force distance diagram, and then you can test the whole system. And with this system, we were in a very short term successful. Our customers would be our communities, energy companies, car companies, and so on. And then our company was, I think, in the area of new market. We were not public, but was 800 million worth, and I saw that I'm the next billionaire, and we test millions of columns worldwide and conquer the United States and so on. But they made a very important experience that I was so far away from the basement, from the people who work for us, that we come in struggle, and it takes 10 or more years to restructure everything, to build it up from the basement, to build structures, also to learn how to sell and something like this. Now the company tests from Iceland to Israel millions of columns. We are profitable. We have a two-digit growth, and so this was the first part, and this I named the serious area. And also we do sustainable infrastructure services like greening vertical walls to measure the traffic and something like this. So this is one part. And in 2013, now come more to the blockchain area, I see in the internet there is a digital currency, Bitcoin. So I said, great, digital currency. As a child, I want to have my own digital currency, not digital currency, because I find it very interesting to have paper, and for paper I get something. The only thing I want to do was that I want to back it with Playmobil. So this was my idea, and because I thought there must be something behind, and I was, I think, 10 years or something like this. And then there come the big Bitcoin thing, and IT expert of our company said, I said to him, how I can create it, how I can get it. And he means, yeah, you can create it with mining processors and then you get a reward, Bitcoin, or you can buy it at the peer-to-peer platform Bitcoin.de. So I said, buy some miners, and then really the miners produce. We have an own wallet, and the miners produce Bitcoin, and this was great. This was a very interesting experience. But then I said, what I can do with this Bitcoin? Can I get real money for Bitcoin? Fiat currency was in this year for me real money. And then I get, after 3 days, I get money for the Bitcoin, and then I bought so much miners. I'm sitting in the winter garden of our company, and in my swim suite, it was so warm, and the miner produces Bitcoin and so on. And then after this, I think, oh, what is behind the Bitcoin? It's the blockchain technology. And then I think about it, and I need years to understand what is blockchain and how everything works, and also the trust in Bitcoin. It takes so much time. My kids, they need not so much time, and all the other people, I think, also need not so much time as I need. And then I thought that it's very interesting, for example, to storage energy, because I'm more engineer-orientated, and I'm searching for industrial application, and I thought energy storage could be a very interesting thing. In the north of Germany, we have a lot of windmills, and they are not combined with a net. It takes some more years, and enormous energy go to the ground for nothing. And the idea was then to produce Bitcoin with the energy, and need it as an energy storage. But the people are very conservative. Our customers from the public area are very conservative, and they don't like innovation in a very quick way. And so this was the point that I said, no, there is no possibility to do this great thing. So normally you can make values of hundreds of millions with this, but they don't want it, and it's okay. This is life. Sometimes you must have the right time to come into the market. By the way, stability testing, also a great thing and also a need for this. It was really 10 years too early, but we have the we have the time to wait, and we were not start-up financed, and we had no shareholders which want an exit after 3 years and however. And so we are waiting, we are growing, and now we have a very good stabilized business. And then after I see blockchain as in storage, no possibility, what are other things we can do with blockchain? And at 2030, I think we find no other application which are working and you can earn money with it. So our first visit was in Berlin. Berlin was there the Bitcoin capital of Germany, and we heard you can buy hamburgers with Bitcoin. As we do it, it doesn't work, and the startups were nomads, money nomads, investor nomaden, and they take money and they don't know the value, how normal people must work, how long people must work for the money they invest. They invest to get more money or to invest to make a better world. For example, when you have a kiosk, I don't know what the name is here, a kiosk here, the people there are staying from the morning to the evening and earn really less money. So Berlin was for us not the right area. There were some interesting things, but we said, okay, it will break down. One interesting part was Bitwala, which was afterwards Nuri and goes down some months ago. So this was very interesting. But then I get the first contact to Austria, to a little company in Graz. And I visit them, and I find there some very grounded entrepreneurs, and they made a turnover with Bitcoin bonds, I think some 100,000 euro. So they make a real turnover with Bitcoin bonds, and they sell these Bitcoin bonds over Traffiken. It's Lotto Toto Laden, something like kiosk, and so it was interesting. And they had the problem, they get no bank account. They had no bank account, and because they had the reputation for this. And then I said, okay, we go into the company, and then they get the bank account with a little amount we invest. They get a bank account because we're coming from a serious business infrastructure and so on. And so we helped them, and then Coinfinity grows up. I think it was some years the market leader before Bitpanda, and they also create then different things like with a österreichische Staatsdruckerei, cold wallet cards, because storage is a very important point in this area. We see it from the beginning, and also I bring it in it to have paper wallets because I don't like handy and so on, and I want to have my wallet on paper, and they create also paper solutions because I said, okay, when someone buy these and I die or other people die, then they don't find it in the wallet into the handy, for example. It's better to have a certificate, paper certificate, and then they find it in the treasure, and so it's a great thing. And they are make big Bitcoin brokerage, have an exchange, and so on. And in 2017, I make an experiment. I want to know, the trust was high into Bitcoin, in the blockchain technology, and then I make the experiment and we build up a pop-up store in Vienna, in the Maria-Hilfer-Straße, the house of Nakamoto, to test how the normal people, the average citizen, feel for Bitcoin, and it was really fantastic. I thought that in the first year, we only sell for some thousand euros Bitcoin. This was because it was an experiment. In the first year, we sell 6.5 million euro Bitcoin. The store was from the beginning in February full. In the end of 2017, there were crowded people before it, and they want to Bitcoin. Sometimes we couldn't deliver because I think we can sell 30 million euro, but we hadn't the money to buy the Bitcoin. They were really aggressive. They want to hit the window to come in it to get Bitcoin. Year was for a lot of people in the end of 2017 then the motivation to buy it. But also we get other experience in this case, that the normal person is interested in Bitcoin. There are different people. Some people want to buy Bitcoin because of making money, speculative, and so on. But there come also people which were 80 years old, and they told us, "Oh, I see it, and can you tell me what is it, how it works?" And then we give information, and the people remind that inflation in Germany was a big part in the 20s and so on. And then they buy, 80 years old people buy Bitcoin. They buy Bitcoin for their grandchilds. Perhaps they lost trust into the State Department and so on. So they're totally different people who are who like the peer-to-peer system, to be independent and to change the things. They also buy their Bitcoin. Also, there come people with a lot of money, and I think they want to launder money. These people we couldn't take because we have strictly rules. In the beginning, Bitcoin was not ruled in Austria. It was the FMR said it was yes, it's like a kind of art and it mustn't be ruled. So we had the time to expand our activities in Bitcoin and more Ethereum and so on in Austria because there was no regulation. Now every company we have must be regulated. So this is the point. And also it's realistic. It's for us a wall against competition. A lot of companies don't want these regulation, and so we can. It's our kerncompetence. These regulation and so on, and it's for us a wall for this. Also, we create. So we have the experience in stores. They come really into the store, and there are people, real people who answer questions. And a lot of people, and this is interesting, never thought before about fiat Währung and how our money system works. And I think a little part of them thinking more about our society, and this is also the point. Is I'm a Hanseatic Kaufmann, is on one case to make money, and on the other side to bring useful products into society and make the society a better world. But you must make money to have the freedom and to act and so on. So this is a very, very important point. Also, in this case, we make experience and create an ATM operation company. Courant is now the European leader in this area, and it was, I think there are around 250 ATMs in Austria, some in Greece, some in Spain. Now we have, we are the first company who officially can offer ATMs in Germany, and we do it with a bank, the Sudor Bank in Hamburg, and the BaFin said, yes, you can do it. So we are the first player in this area. Before there were other companies. I think Shitcoin was one company from Poland, and they bring ATMs to the German market, and they say regulation, they should come. And it takes a long time that the BaFin comes and said, no, you couldn't operate this. And they make a lot of money in this case because the margin, they take a margin of 25% and more. And so it takes a long time. When you want to play the rules, it mustn't be, in my opinion, sometimes a profitable way. We do it from the beginning, and so it takes some years more to be successful. And so also we get a good experience from the wide range of people, how they feel also at the moment. So then we put all these under an company, Blockchain Investor AG, and had the mission to bring wide range of society the access to digital assets and blockchain-oriented products on a serious and secure way. And we also give the information to the people, because this is our mission, to inform the people, because in the ICO area and so on, OneCoin and however, they buy it, and bankers buy OneCoin. I see it's a snowball system and so on, and billions go into this, and our view is to inform the people, and they can make their own decision to buy then Bitcoin or other coins, however, Dash or however. And by the way, also, we held shares on BTC Echo, because this is a very good medium in the German-spoken area, in the DACH region, to give information. I think I don't like every information they bring out, but it's okay. The journalists are free, and I see it that the Handelsblatt or other German newspapers take information from BTC Echo, and this is a target for us. And our strategy is to the wide range, wide society, der Normalbürger, das ist unsere Zielsetzung, weil wir der Meinung sind, dass dieses ganze System, because we are the opinion that blockchain couldn't be every time on the high level. The masses must understand it. They must understand our social system. They get in contact with Bitcoin, have the first Bitcoin or other coins or digital assets, and think about how the world could be. And this is our target, to prepare the basement to accept then other applications. And why we invest now in blockchain, Bitcoin infrastructure. There are different things. So one point is that the regulation is on the way. I see it also in Germany. Germany is very skeptical to digital assets and so on. So I think in every country I know they are more positive against it, but Germany is very, very, very difficult. But also in Germany, the pension funds have the possibility to invest in funds which have 20% digital assets. So this is a very good sign. And in my opinion, the MiCA and some other regulations will minimize the risk that sometimes Bitcoin is forbidden or however. So I think in this case, we mustn't be anxious as an entrepreneur that our basement, that we have no products, we couldn't sell products. I think this risk is goes to zero. And the regulation is for us important as a German-based company because I have my families there, I have 6 children, and it's not so easy to leave Germany then. And so I have the basement and I must arrange creatively, I think, with the buffing and so on. So this is a different to go to another country. I think Bitcoin needs, or digital assets needs, no regulation. You can go in different countries, and when you are flexible, you can work on it. But we are based in Germany, and so we won't leave Germany. And by the way, it's very difficult since 2022 to leave Germany because the taxes are very high. And it's a golden jail, I think, to transfer your values to another country. So why we are growing, FTX and Co. I think the crypto broker Coinfinity makes 12% less turnover than 1 year before. The ATM company grows from 21 million turnover to 30 million. And at the ATMs, the business is very stable and is growing. So it's very interesting. So most people thought ATMs, who goes to an ATM? ATM means you must be verified and so on. It's not only to take money into it, but there's a wall, I think, and then you take €20 and then you get your Bitcoin to the wallet. There's a big need, and we make an experiment with Saturn MediaMarkt. They in 2022, and 4 ATMs stays in MediaMarkt Saturn, and they make a decision now that we have the possibility to roll it out, and they have in Germany around 420 possible facilities. So they see that they come to MediaMarkt Saturn in a regular basis, people who are technical affine and also buy then other products. So it's a very interesting thing that the ATM business is still working. Also Rewe Markt, it's in something like here, it's not similar, because I think Migros is very, very special, but there also is an ATM, and the owner of them is a Turkish person, and the Turkish people buy Bitcoin, transfer to the to Turkey, and so it's very interesting. Also for the people who working in the country, they don't go in the future to Western Union where they pay 25% or something like this. I must transfer to Mallorca money, I think some years ago, and I must pay 25%. And now they take Bitcoin. I think 8% they must pay at an ATM. It's extremely more than on our exchange with, so it's extremely more. But they do it and they use it. And so I think that it's totally different situation as the last bear market. The last beer market, 2018, 2019, the mass market wasn't there. So the institutional, they buy Bitcoin, digital assets, okay, but now the situation is not the same. There are more people from the mass who are willing to buy Bitcoin and Co. When I said Bitcoin, I also mean other coins, but Bitcoin is the point. The people, it's the best case to bring them into the universe, to think about blockchain and so on. And so now the people are very interested in this case, different aspects why they are interested, and but they are anxious at the moment. And for this, we are sales orientated. We have built up point of trust. The people can come to us. We come to the people. For example, Mittelständler, we go to them and they are interested, but they don't know is it the right time to buy and so on. So we go to our customers and we don't wait to the next hype. And we will grow in the next years. For example, I think we are a little company group. I said Courant to have a feeling. Courant is a European market leader. Last year, around 30 million euro turnover. And this year, 67 million euro turnover. If it's possible to cooperate in Switzerland, perhaps it's 100 million euro. And so it's Confinity will have a turnover in the next year of over 100 million euro. So we expand because we go to the people, and the people, because of different views, trust. Less trust in the state, Germany, and however, and it brings our customers. And when then the hype comes, it's a very interesting business. Also, we are from the beginning we're working with our own money, so we have no bank loan or something like this. This is also a point because we had the time to exist also in the beer market 2018 and 2019. This is the same as in the area of stability testing. It takes longer. The value could be from the beginning, but it takes very long to bring it into the society. And our target is to develop the ground for other blockchain possibilities which are now created, and that you have it easier to implement it. And this is the basement work we do. And I think regulation is on the right way. The masses are interested in products like this. Also, there are some interesting products from startups which have a high quality. The only problem they have is that they couldn't sell this product. For example, when you have a saving plan as a crowdfunding company and you want to sell this saving plan to people, 80 years old person or however, they don't buy this over online by a crowdfunding company. So for this you must have the real people you can ask when you have problems and so on. And the other case is, yes, on the horizon there are interesting possibilities. For example, products. Here, this is one of the first food products. It's like a Kinderüberraschungsei. The chocolate is vodka, and the toy is an NFT you can mint. So products are creating, I think, and it's backed, I think, the NFT with vodka. This is one part. For example, my daughter brings a digital clothes brand into the market. So it's very interesting in this case. And we have a lot of products and we have a lot of point of sales to bring a wide range of people access to these digital assets, and also why we invest is I created some little market leaders in different areas, and my target is I have no unicorn created, and the strategy is to create with the blockchain investor my first unicorn, and also earn money, but also do something good for the society. Yes, this is my story, and I hope I give you some information from the background, not from the mountain, from the normal life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure there are some questions to Mathias, yes?
You said that the community wouldn't allow you to capture the electricity in order for you to mine Bitcoin. Is that right?
It's 10 years. It was 2013. Yes.
What was it that you needed to build that they protested against?
You mean that storage energy, or
you had to? You would take. Your idea was to take waste energy, right?
You're right. Yes.
And how would you? How did you propose to capture that? And what was it about the method of capturing it that made the community protest against it?
It's new. The target was to take processors and then mint Bitcoin or energy coin, however. And they say, oh, no, it's virtual. We don't normally, also electricity is virtual. So, but it was too new to them, and it takes a long time, and they see not the necessity of this. They pump the energy into the ground. This was the point. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
For us, it's normal.
You didn't propose to build an energy plant or something that would emit smoke in the air or that cause danger.
Nothing. It's only here to have the miner there, and then you create a little bit different to Bitcoin perhaps, or an energy coin, however, but it's without problems, without costs, because you finance it from the energy. Yeah. And so, but this is the real life, and this is what I also would give to the startups. When you are meaning that you have a good idea, it means nothing. So you can have a good idea, but you haven't the power to bring it into the market, and or they don't want to understand it, or however. And so you must have time, and so it's important that you are not that you have a freedom, and that you earn very early money, that you mustn't be in a situation that you sell your company or however.
There is a saying, was der Bauer nicht kennt.
Yeah.
But you have not so many farmers up there, more sailors, right? Also,
yeah.
You should expect that they are more open-minded, but I don't know. From Lübeck.
In the north, they're very conservative, and I said Lübeck was powerful between in the Middle Age, not now.
Okay. Are there other questions to Mathias? Yeah.
I'm trying to find you on LinkedIn. I was not successful.
Yes, so I'm not a digital native, and so I think also normally this is the only case. I think I don't go to meetings and speaking and so on. So I like to be in the background and do my work, because it's very important to invest your time fleißig und diszipliniert working on their targets. This is very, very important. I think their basements, and I see also its experience as a company was 800 million euro worth, and then it struggled a little bit. Then I make more meetings with investors, with people, and I hadn't the time to do the real work.
Right, thank you. Yeah. There's a question, yeah, please.
I like really your approach that you want to strengthen the SMEs also in Germany, because I think this is also a question of democracy, that you give access to markets, to investors, and bring that into balance from a project to investors. Yeah. Interestingly enough, we were working on this as well in Switzerland. Yeah. We started a similar project. We'll tell you that a little bit tomorrow. And I would tell it tomorrow, but I will tell it now. I think the main challenge was, how can we sell that to traditional bankers? And I was sitting in a room with a friend of mine, a lady. She's a compliance person. And I said, look, these guys are working in mortgages for 75% for their revenues. Now we want to step into an M&A business. But if I tell that to the CEO, she will go crazy. And guess what we did? She gave me a solution. She said, call it project finance. That's what we did. And now, it was not my wording, it was her wording. Now you can see all over the world is project finance. And this is something I think is an interesting task.
So this
maybe,
excuse me, but it's very, very interesting, because how you name it is important. For example, I was in Frankfurt, there were CEOs from different German banks, and they don't talk about Bitcoin. It's taboo for them. It's taboo, but they talk about tokenization, digital assets, and so on, and something like similar to Bitcoin. So this is a very interesting thing, and it's very difficult to sell these things to bankers, in my opinion, under the right name. It's very, very difficult.